Good evening. Welcome to the June 24th, 2021 Kern County Planning Commission hearing. Clerk, will you please call roll?
Mr. Ashley?
Here.
Mr. Judge?
Here.
Mr. McGivney?
Here.
Ms. Skidmore?
Here.
Mr. Sprague? Mr. Hall?
Here.
Mr. Murphy?
Here.
Ms. Simon?
Here. As you can see, I am riding solo this evening here on the dais, but we are still having a dual approach. So we still have the option of a teleconference. If you have any items that you would like to weigh in on this evening and interested in providing comments on any item on the agenda and have not already received direction on how to do so, tonight you can still contact the clerk at 661-496-7487. We will begin tonight's meeting with commission member announcements or reports, and I do want Mr. Murphy to provide us a status on our upcoming meetings.
Good evening. Thank you, Chairman Skidmore. Members of the Commission, I just wanted to let everybody know that as of this last week, the Kern County Board of Supervisors have had all restrictions lifted on their in-person meetings, meaning that we can have full capacity if needed. For their meetings that took place last week and then moving forward. So for our meetings moving forward, beginning July 8th, we will no longer have the call-in information available. Rather, all of the participants who would want to provide any comments or participate in the meeting would actually occur in the board chambers, and we would be back to more of a regular routine. So this will be the last meeting that we have for the time being related to having the option to call in and participate virtually.
Great, thank you. Are there any other commissioner member announcements or reports? Hearing none, I will ask for approval of the minutes with one correction. There's a small typo. It says 20231, and we'll just remove the 3 for obviously 2021. Can I get a motion?
So moved as amended.
Second.
We have Mr. McGivney with the motion and Mr. Ashley with the second. We will do a roll call vote. Oh, can we do all ayes?
Aye.
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 Thank you. We are moving on to item D, cases withdrawn or request for continuance. I will pass this over to Mr. Murphy to provide us an update.
Thank you again, Madam Chair. This evening we have 2 items that are being withdrawn or request for continuance. The first is CEP number 16, map number 121, zone variance number 10, map number 121. Our applicant is Gurdal Singh and Balboa Kerr by LAV Pinnacle Engineering. The staff recommendation on that item is to refer that project back to staff. The second item is case number 2. This is SPA number 33, map number 2231, along with a number of other case numbers. This is the Raceway 2.0 solar project by the AES Corporation, that is formerly S-Power Development Corporation. The staff recommendation is to continue that project until your July 8th, 2021 hearing.
Great, thank you, Mr. Murphy. All right, we'll need a motion and a roll call vote for this item number D.
I will motion to approve the continuous items as read into record by staff.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Judge, and second by Mr. McGivney. We will do a roll call vote.
Mr. Ashley?
Yes.
Mr. Judge?
Yes.
Mr. McGivney?
Yes.
Ms. Skidmore?
Yes.
4 ayes, 1 absent.
Thank you. Moving on to item E, consent agenda. We have 3 new cases, number 3, number 4, and number 5 on the consent agenda. I will refer this over to Mr. Murphy to provide us an update on these items.
Thank you again, Madam Chair. These are items scheduled before your commission, which are being recommended for approval by the staff, and the applicant has been informed of any special conditions and has no objection. The hearing on these items may be expedited if no member of the commission or audience wishes to comment or ask any questions regarding this case. The items we have before you, the first is case number 3. This is cancellation number 20-08. Our applicant is the Blumoff Farms and Harvesting LLC by McIntosh and Associates. This project is located on the northeast corner of Tulare Avenue and Wasco Avenue in the Shafter area. The specific request is cancellation of a 27,819 square foot portion of a 21.59 acre parcel of a land use contract and approval of a contract amending land use contract, all on 20.93 acres. The staff recommendation is to advise your commission to recommend the Board of Supervisors to approve the adoption of the resolution and recommended findings, approving the cancellation subject to become effective upon the payment of cancellation fees, direct the clerk of the board not to issue a tentative certificate of cancellation until such time, sorry, I'm going to start this again. Approving the cancellation subject to become effective upon the payment of a cancellation fee, direct the clerk of the board to issue a tentative certificate of cancellation and issue a certificate of cancellation subject to the payment of a penalty fee and submit to written verification from the Kern County Planning and Natural Resources Department that confirms that the applicant is in compliance with all other conditions contained in the tentative certificate of cancellation and adopt the suggested findings as set forth in the attached draft resolution. The second item is cancellation number 20-09. This is our same applicant. This is the Blumoff Farms Harvesting LLC by McIntosh and Associates. This project is located on the south side of Fresno Avenue, approximately 1/4 mile west of Scaroni Avenue in the Shafter area. This request is the cancellation of a 2.19 acre portion of a 20 acre parcel of land use contract and approval of a contract amending land use contract on the 17.59 acres. The staff recommendation is again to recommend to the Planning Commission, that the Planning Commission recommend to the Board of Supervisors the approval and adoption of the resolution and recommended findings, approving cancellation subject to become effective upon the payment of cancellation fee, direct the clerk of the board to issue a tentative certificate of cancellation and issue a certificate of cancellation subject to the payment of a penalty fee and subject to written verification from the Kern County Planning and Natural Resources Department that confirms that the applicant is in compliance with all other conditions contained in the tentative certificate of cancellation and adopt the suggested findings as set forth in the attached draft resolution. And finally, our third case on this evening, this is conditional use permit number 31, map number 10125. Our applicant is Mike Horak by Common Sense Consulting. This project is located on the east side of Allen Road, approximately 600 feet south of Rosedale Avenue. This request is a conditional use permit to allow for the expansion and relocation of an existing legal nonconforming fencing contractor's business that would include the removal of an existing modular office and the addition of a 1,265 square foot office and a 4,135 square foot warehouse building, all on a 2.48 acre site that has a A1 zone classification. The staff recommendation is to approve the conditional use permit in accordance with the suggested findings as set forth in the attached draft resolution and adopt the draft resolution as incorporated in your staff report. That completes the reading of the consent calendar tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Murphy. Madam Clerk, were there any registered comments on our teams for tonight's consent agenda?
Madam Chair. Madam Chair, there have been no requests to speak.
Great. Are there any public comments from the audience this evening? Seeing none, are there any commissioners who would like to discuss or remove any items from the consent agenda? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion to approve as read.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. McGiffney and a second by Mr. Ashley. We'll move on to a roll call vote.
Mr. Ashley?
Yes.
Mr. Judge?
Will you repeat that, Mr. Judge?
Yes.
Mr. McGiffney?
Yes.
Ms. Skidmore?
Yes.
4 ayes, 1 absent.
Thank you. Are there any right to appeals on any of these?
Madam Chair, yes, on item number 5. For projects where the Planning Commission action is final, those actions are subject to an appeal to the Board of Supervisors by any interested person, and no development proposed by any application may be authorized until after the final date of appeal. That appeal may be filed with the Kern County Planning and Natural Resources Department, which is located at 2700 M Street, Suite 100 in Bakersfield, with a filing fee of $540 on forms that we have available at the department and that are located on our website. That filing must be made within 14 days of and including the date of tonight's hearing. If no appeal is received, then the action of the Planning Commission is final.
Thank you. On to item F, public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons wishing to address the commission on any matter not on this agenda and over which the commission has jurisdiction. Speakers are limited to 2 minutes. I would ask that you state your name and address for the record before making your presentation. Madam Clerk, is there anyone registered on Teams?
Madam Chair, there have been no requests to speak.
And seeing none in the audience, there looks to be no public. So we will move on. To our final item, adjournment. The next Planning Commission meeting is scheduled for July 8th, 2021. I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
No second.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioners. We have a motion by Mr. McGivney and a second by Mr. Ashley. All ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Service.